Okay, I think we're live now. So, I want to welcome each and every one of you on the call. Some of you are new, some of you are you've been following. So I'm going to give you. So what I do on Mondays, I love to prime the week. I love to prime myself. I think we're live now. Okay, I love to set a foundation for how I want to for my expectations for the course of the week, but most importantly for my intention. So there is a mindset before the money, and I love to do that with the team. So it's always mindset. All right. It's always psychology. It's always training the mind to understand the things that are more, all right, than the physical actions, the things that drive us to the things we drive to. Okay, many people are in the journey of driving to, but they don't know what drives them. So the consciousness for this week, so I always love to prime us for the week, prime myself and prime the environment, because the truth is not really about what you want, it's really about who you are. And many people have loss of identity, loss of self. You are an energy machine, okay? And the truth is, what you are conscious of is less of who you are. Okay, so one of the one of the success skill is being able to raise your energy or consciousness of self. Now, many people don't know how to do this, all right, because they've been into the environment of chasing the outer side. So I figured out when I was because before every session, I'm always asking what's the value for today? What's the value? And as much as I am a trader, I have the skill of knowing how to multiply money, utilize money, manage money. Okay. That is not my source of wealth. That is my reflection of my source. I need you guys to pay attention. My goal is I am a face and a voice that is going to help you understand everything about you, your relationship with money. Okay. Money is not something you chase, money is something you manifest. All right. So you have to understand the language of income, the language of money. And many traders don't, many entrepreneurs don't. And one of the things I'll try my best to do is to make you understand the picture and the image of money even before, all right, you try to manifest it. Many people are trying to create it, many people are trying to get it. Okay. But one of the most reasonable way for retentive success, all right, is manifesting money. Amen. Okay. So I need you guys to have a catalog. Just picture this catalog. Money is in three phase. Okay. Money is in three phase. So I love it to, I told you guys last week, one of the things I told you guys last week is you should have three goals. What are those three goals? Your learning goals. Money is in knowledge. All right. Money is in knowledge. What you know will reflect what you can earn. Okay. So, but that is limited. Then your earning goal. Money is in system. Your strategy of how you get money. So you know and you strategize. Okay. Then your growth goal. This is so significant and powerful. Many people are limited by these three phases of where money is reflected in these three phases. Now I'm using the word money right now. Many of you are thinking of fiat, okay, dollars, pounds, all right, but that's limited. I'm talking about the source of money. Okay. I'm in Nigeria right now. I use Naira, but I operate every currency I can because I am in the source. Okay. I don't earn it. It's not limited to me. Okay. So when we categorize these three goals, it's so elementary, it's so foundational. Okay. It cannot be secondary, it's primary. Your primary energy distributed to these three things will control how you earn money. Okay. So when you wake up every day, you'd have these three phases. You are a builder. You're building your earning goal, you're building your learning goal, and you're building your growth goal. What comes first? Everyone type it on the chat. What's your first goal? Because I want to be able to not just show you, I want to be able to teach you so that you can process. I believe many people are knowledgeable, but they don't know how to process knowledge. Okay, people don't know how to process knowledge. People are in the vast majority of our awareness and consciousness. People have too much knowledge, less procession. Okay, And that is what leads to lack. Lack is not inavailability, it's ability to process. It's the lack of ability to process. Many of you have what it takes to become millionaires. You have, but you can't become millionaires because why? You don't have the ability to process the information of a millionaire. Because why? You think of the works of a millionaire, you don't think who a millionaire is. You think what millionaires do, but you don't think who millionaires are. Am I making sense? Are you guys with me? Okay. You don't think of your personality, you think of what you can have. And many people think what they can have will increase their personality. No, your personality can decrease what you can have. It doesn't matter how many millions I give to you right now. If your personality is not up to the standard of the money you have, of the possession you have, you're going to decrease them. You're going to rebel them. You're going to what? Unretain them. That is what's happening to a lot of people. There's a saying, popular saying by popular, I think every popular successful billionaire has said this. You divide the wealth of the world equally to every human being right now. It's just a matter of 4 years. It will come to the same amount of people. Why? It's a system, it's an awareness. The same amount of people means the same people own the money. Are you building to own? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Or you're building to have, that you're building to get. So let me just give you a consciousness I have. And this is the consciousness I want you guys to have this week. If this is important to you, okay? I have an earning goal. That is me. So I build this into 2 blocks. Okay. Your giving goal and your getting goal. Write that down. You're giving, so I have principles, okay? Being a teacher and a coach, I operate by 4 layers, okay, of learning and what? Teaching. Okay, so there's strategy, there's tactics, there's strategy, there's principles, and there's laws of essence. Principles are laws, and there is essence, okay? And it's the same way I learned. I learned to become true principles and essence. And that's one of the ways I want to teach. Okay. You can get true tactics and strategy, but you become true principles and essence. Are you guys following? Okay. All right. Put 100 on the chat. In learning, you can get true tactics and strategies. So I'm talking all phase of learning, but you guys are more interested in trading. It's the same things. Okay. So many people are interested, many people are geared towards tactics and strategies, the how to, the where to, the what to. Okay. But those who are deep are geared towards the principle and essence, the who to. Okay. Who's going to do this thing? Who's doing this thing? Okay. So the laws of the universe and the principles, everything is guided by principle. No matter what you have, no matter what you know, no matter what you do, you're always going to lead yourself by principles and laws. So there's laws for money. Money is guided by laws. No matter how, you cannot operate money outside of this law. You can play with it. You can have it. I have something I want to tell you guys about Forex today that is going to make you guys think differently about Forex if you guys allow me. Would you guys allow me? Many of you, is either you're going to stop trading, okay, or you're going to trade better and become better traders. Who allow on the chat? Because I am open. I know what I want to do. I know what I want. I know what I'm achieving and what I want to achieve with the community I'm building. There's something I said I was going to do different this year, and I'm intentional about it. So when you come on my session, if you feel like this is not a place for you, guess what? That's true. Because why? There wasn't a place for you. You become the place. Okay. So many people have been moving from place to place because they think it's about the place. It's about you. Okay. So it's placement. For me, this year is about placement, personal placement. So let me not delve into what I said because you guys are there, Allah. I just quickly want to jump into that. So they are giving and there's giving and there is what? Getting. So for statistics and strategies, you get. Everything that you will use to get to who you are is laid on tactics and strategy, but that is what a lot of people focus on. Strategies of success, strategies of trading, tactics of trading, the learning around the strategies and tactics, the approach to trading, the knowledge of trading. Okay, that gives you the process ability to get to where you are. Where are you going? That is a giving goal. I woke up this morning right now. I already put so much, I invested so much energy on my giving goal. What do I want to achieve this week? So growth goal is all about where you want to be. Growth goal is not all about you, but what you want to give. Your earning goal is what you want to get. Your learning goal is what you want to get. But your growth goal, what you want to give. And your learning and your earning goal, all right, takes you to your growth goal, because your growth goal is a measure. So I believe many of you, if you become a millionaire today, you will not think of becoming a millionaire. You will think of what you want to give, who you want to impact. True or true? By defense, that is how you're going to start thinking. By lack, you're not thinking that way right now. Okay. But imagine if you set a goal today to begin to build the person you want to be by adding knowledge and activity. Okay. So it's about who I want to give. That's value. The knowledge of value. What value are you giving? So that's a goal. Set that goal. It's part of your growth. The more you do that, the more your earning and your learning goal is magnified to help you do more of that, because that is your becoming. Okay, many of you over the last 10 years, you do not participate in your growth goal. You think if I earn and I learn, I'm going to grow. No, if you grow, your learning and earning will maximize. It means you now have a personality. Many of you are not gaining this success because it doesn't have a personality. You lack seed. You're fruit oriented. Between the seed, between the tree and the fruit, which are you? Which are you focused on? Okay, so I rather be a tree, but to become a tree, you have to become a seed. So it doesn't start with the tree, it starts with the seed. What seed are you sowing today? Because this seed is what's going to manifest the fruit tomorrow. So you see this earning goal. So you're going to see that you're bearing fruit is the learning and the earning that is bearing the fruit, but the learning and earning is stationed in the seeds that you're sowing. Am I making sense? So as we get into this, let this be your mindset. Have a system of growing. Have a system of adding value. Are you adding value to someone's life today? It's very powerful. It's very monumental. But this is something about Forex, because I have to tie everything to Forex so you guys can comprehend. Okay. So Forex is a scheme. Look, write this down. I'll say it very fast. I'm not going to talk much about it because I'm volatile right now. Okay. I'm in a sensitive environment. Many people are connected. I don't want you to be disturbed, but I want to give you guys a picture. Forex, this environment called trading Forex is a scheme, not a scam. It's a scheme. Okay. Write that down. Forex is a scheme. Just like many other businesses are schemes. Every business environment is a scheme of service. The foundation is what a lot of people don't know. All right. KENVRY, you're about to go there. So the foundation of Forex falls in this principle. Also, every business falls in a principle, is a scheme. We are all participating right now, but who are you? Are you a service provider, which is a tree, or you're the one receiving the service? You cannot use the service to become rich. You cannot use the service to become rich, but you can provide the service to become rich. It's a scheme, just like every other business. Many people think, now these are things people don't understand, okay? I am providing you a service today. True or true? I am a tree. I'm not a fruit. My level and yours of earning can never be the same, because I am a tree. In the scheme of things, I position myself to be a tree. Principle, essence. Why many people position themselves to be the fruit, to get tactics, strategy. He said, by their fruit, you will know them. By data, you will know the truth. So data, so many of you will not understand this language. I put you to data, whether you want to use ChatGPT, whether you want to go use any medium of data average. Who are those who succeed in Forex? Spot traders. In spot trading. So everybody here right now, you're in spot trading. Who are those who succeed in spot trading? Service providers. Check every successful trader you know. Name them out. Write 1,000 out. Okay? And check their foundation, their service providers. I kid you not. All, if not 97% of them, they are service provider. They are trees. Are you guys following me? Except you guys don't want to hear the truth. Write 1,000 people you know. Ask ChatGPT to give you 1,000 people you know that are doing well in Forex. Major names in Forex. Major success in Forex. Go take a data list of Wall Street. See, you guys are going to, there's some things you guys don't understand. You guys don't want to hear because you're rebellious to everything truth. Because why? The moment you accept the truth, it will change you and you're uncomfortable for change. Okay? And this is what a lot of people don't want to tell you. Every major success is sold differently from what it is. So many people, you see KENVRY more. You think my success is about the skill that I know. No, the skill is about the service that I give with the skill. So I'm a service provider. So likewise, many, I can make money in Forex, but that is not what you should be buying. You should be buying the principles and the essence of what gives you the tactics and the strategy. So it's just a train of thought. If you don't know, you can't change. I'm giving you an opportunity to know deep. I'm validating that knowledge. See, there's a knowledge out there in the internet, and it's sold sim. This is how it's sold in the internet. Let me tell you, because I'm here. Okay. I've mentored a lot of people. There is this knowledge narrative out there that people are making money. These so-called Forex traders, they are flaunting money. They are not really making money in Forex. That's a lie, but it's also truth. In the lie, there is the global general truth. The wealth they sell to you is not because of the trading they know how to trade. That is absolutely true. Do I say continue? I am someone who's 100% truthful. The wealth you think they sell to you, it's not because they know how to trade. If that's true, then we are all liars. Okay? Because many of you know how to trade, but you're not creating wealth. True or true? Many of you know how to trade more than these people. Some of you know how to trade than I am. But you are confused of your knowledge because it is not processed. Am I making sense? So I am a proof. I tell you guys, before I became an educator, even the company, before you guys knew me, I knew how to trade. But I was poor and broke for almost 2 years with my knowledge of trading. Till principles and essence came in, it changed. So the truth is, we are rich by systems, not strategy. But we have knowledge of strategy that can multiply systems, period. Okay, you can't beat it to the knowledge. The knowledge is required, but system is more powerful. System is principle. System is tree. Okay, so you can't compete with someone who bears fruit, the tree that bears fruit, and the one who plucks fruit. Put sense on the chat if you've gotten value today. Be confused, be energized, be curious. That is really the essence of the session. You want to be curious as to how you do things here. So if you do not change your mindset, you get same result. I am not one who's going to align with same result. I want to make a difference. There has to be a difference. So is either I challenge the person who's coming to learn differently, to become a different person, to use the perspective of tactics and strategy for something rather than to make it become your lifestyle. I beg to differ. I've always thought that was always been my mindset when I came into Forex 2018. I realized that a lot of people were failing despite the fact that they know they were failing. Why were they failing? They didn't have systems. So every time I tell you, let's grow, I'm building you a system. Okay, I'm building you a consciousness that your learning and your earning goes beyond your knowledge of strategy and your knowledge of tactics. Okay, it's all those drives you. So how are you growing today? Are you one today? Tomorrow are you one? Next tomorrow you are one. 3 months later, you're not growing. You're stuck. Okay? So think about that. Let that be your goal. Growth goal, learning goal before your earning goal. That is how it comes. 50%, 50 to 60% energy should be focused every day on how am I growing? How have I multiplied today? Who have I impacted today? When you have that, money is in growth consciousness by automation. Okay? You don't have to struggle for money when you're growing. That is my consciousness, and I pray I sell it to you. Because where I want to go, the place I am going, it's a different ballgame and a different energy. Except I want to do this for myself, but I want to do it with a team, but I have the team that have the right consciousness. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our mindset function for this morning. How many of you are excited? All right. Now we're going to make money. It's just simple. So for those of you that are in here, we have a hybrid opportunity for trading. We're going to leverage and we're going to learn. So you're going to have the opportunity to leverage learning and earning. Okay. So in our Forex opportunity, there's what we call market insight. I'm more focused on market insight because I want you to have the opportunity. So we're going to have phases. The phase we are in right now is the phase of market insights, live trading session, but more of market insight. Because why? I want you to be able to comprehend how I get my trades, even in a light session. So I'm not just say there is signal in trading, there is strategy, all right, there is market idea or market insight. Market insight gives you a foundation to learn how signals are formed. So that gives you an opportunity to practice and become independent of yourself. Signals give you nothing but leverage to earn. Okay. Strategy gives you an opportunity to practice, okay, to leverage system. Okay. But market insight makes you independent. Okay. Strategies, scanners, these things, they make you dependent, but also independent of use. But signals, you're dependent. Okay, so I'm going to be in the services of this big nation, this big game nation. We're going to give you all. We're going to give you all. But right about now, what I am doing, I'm focused on because I want to guide your expectations so you don't come in here lost. I'm not teaching you the basics of Forex. There's a difference between a trading academy and a trading community. This is a trading community. It's not yet formed an academy, but we're going there. Okay. So when you come in, your expectation, because if I don't tell you, your expectation is going to be, I don't understand this stuff. Because why? You're expecting to learn how to trade Forex as a beginner. True or true? Am I communicating right now? I want to be able to guide your expectation. Okay, so I'm not going to teach you the basics of Forex. We're going to have sessions where we can discuss, okay, how you can go about that. I may even do some of it, but it's not the orientation of the trading community at its present phase. Put 10 on the chat if you got that. Okay, so you don't miss out. Okay, so what are we doing? So as a trading community, it is more of a trading orientation for people who already understand how to leverage. It means they understand the brokerage system, they understand buy, sell, copy, paste, okay, the foundation of Forex to a limit where they can follow instructions. So if I say buy, I'm buying this, but you can buy. Okay, so if I'm drawing up a chart, you can duplicate. So if you don't have that, I cannot guide you. You cannot ask questions. Oh, KENVRY, I'm not at this place. I can guide you and you can follow instructions. So you come up, you come back. There are places you can get knowledge and it doesn't have to be paid. I can tell you that. Does that make sense? Okay, so guide your expectations. So we're going to learn. So now we have another opportunity also, which we added last week, which is HFX, high frequency Forex, money in many smart money moves. The whole idea of HFX is to leverage. The simple thing you have to do is not know how to trade, but know how to copy and paste. So like I said, this week, today, Monday, in at night, we're going to be doing setup. Setup means the use of the broker, every question, everything you guys need to do to know to be able to copy so that we can start trading. Okay. High frequency Forex, one of the best opportunity to actually smart money, move your money. Okay. Increase your way to earn. But I also want to bring in discipline. So I don't just want to start trading. I expect you guys to follow. No, I want to guide you and wait for you. Does that make sense? Because why? It's a growing leverage community. So it's a hybrid opportunity, Forex and HFX. I'm going to be doing them both, all right, in a session so that I have to maximize my time. Does that make sense? I have to maximize the value of my time and not burn out. Does that make sense? So while we're looking at the Forex opportunity, we're also going to be in between looking at, so some of you have two accounts, but the ability for you to be disciplined lies in you. Does that make sense? Any questions so far before I open the market? All right. Are we good to go? So when you join the community, today is Monday setup. Forget about the money right now. We're going to get into the money. These are things that I needed to do. So many of you are in the group yesterday. Yesterday, I upgraded the services of the group. So when you come in the group, all right, you're going to be welcome and there's an activity because I believe that three things are very, very important. You have to be present, you have to stay accountable, and you have to stay communicate. That's what I just did in the group. So when you come in, there's no idle place. You have to stay present, okay, and accountable. So put your name. You're going to see a questionnaire. Put your name. So that is for people who are coming in. I see a lot of you. You are doing the same thing for those who are, except you have been muted. And for you to stay active, you have to answer those questions. But everyone, if you're already communicating in the group already, you don't need to go and put your name where you're joining, where you are joining from. Okay, you don't need to do that. It's only for the new people. Okay, so there's no idle moment here. I want you to be present. Either you're present, and I built the group in a way. If you're not active, it's good through. There's going to be a time for purge. It's just throw people who are not active out. So I know that if I have 10 people, I have 10 people. So it's all about presence, accountability, and communication. That is how we're going to be that energy that will create the successful person that we want to be. You can't be an isolated person in a community of energy. You can't. It distorts the energy. So when you come in, just follow the prompt of Rose. It's my personal manager, but okay, just follow the prompt. Your name, who invited you, what's your experience, what do you want to do? You want to trade Forex or HFX? Just let us know that. Okay, just communicate. Makes sense. Very simple. Simple engagement for those coming in. All right. And whenever I make a post, you guys just, like I said, race communication is very, very key. That's the energy of life. Does that make sense? So that is what we're going to be doing. And we have a channel where I'm going to be dropping all update live sessions. We're going to be doing a live session tonight for HFX setup. Okay. And by the grace of God, we're still going to be having our morning every morning. Okay. As time leads us, because I see the energy is so powerful right now. All right. So with that being said, I have a communication at the end of this session, but let's get into the money right now. Okay, we're going to be trading Forex. So don't say, oh, this is not HFX. We're going to be trading Forex now. What am I sharing on my screen? What are you guys seeing? What are you guys seeing on the screen right now? Type it on the chat. Live stream. Okay, my live stream. Okay, good, beautiful. YouTube. All right. And oh, man, should I say this? So let me say this before we get in. Many of you are traders already, and there's a way you do things. I may want to guide you. If you come in here, you have to do things differently. You want to grow with this community. First thing you want to do, you want to align with the foundation of how we're growing. Okay, there is account management, there's trading position, there's trading strategy, and money management. You have to understand, ask yourself some questions. How are we trading here? Okay, so right about now, I'm getting into our trading session, but there's a foundation for our trading. How am I looking at the market? Yes, I'm going to show you the market. I'm going to say trade, but like I have said, if you have come in here, the first video you should watch, okay, who can tell me on the chat? You should go watch that video. It's going to guide how you do today. Who can type that video on the chat? Okay. Let me know you get trading blueprint 2026 blueprint is pinned in the Telegram group. That video will help your trading life, your career as a trader. Okay, it will help your consciousness. Don't just do things. Don't mistake movement for progress. Okay, many of you, you're bad traders, you're gamblers, you're prostitutes, you are junkies. Okay, my environment will not support you. In Jesus' name. Say amen. Okay. I will not support that. So I would encourage you. I will not encourage any bad pattern of trading. If you apply yourself today, you're going to be better tomorrow. So apply yourself today. Go watch 2026 Blueprint Trading. Okay. That will help guide you, help you set the right goals. You have to be accountable to your trading. And one of the best ways to set an accountability system, and that's really what I do. Okay. So if I am trading right now, you're going to hear me say market structure, price action. Then you're going to hear me say sniping. It means every trading I am doing has an accountable account. So I can buy and sell. I may be telling you I'm buying GBP USD right now. And I'm also analyzing and I'm selling. You will be confused because you do not understand. Okay. So for price action, market structure, there is an accountable system for that. So I analyze market structure and I also analyze sniping. So in sniping right now, I may sell. London breaker sniper, I may sell. Okay. But in market structure, I may be looking at a buy. It means that's two accounts. You should be able to. So you know what you're trading. So you don't say, oh, KENVRY, you said sell. You're going to be confused. And confusion is your portion if you do not understand. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is a place where you ask questions to align. Don't just do things, just ask to align. The more you align, the more you're going to grow. Does that make sense? Okay, so, and I do that, I do that, I do that. So anytime you see this chart with this is about London breakout sniper, all right, it means I'm looking at sniping the market. That's my intraday trading. Okay. So GBP USD paid us last week like crazy. Hit the high. That's crazy amount of money. GBP USD. Okay. How many of you made money on GBP USD? We made money on gold. We made money on GBP USD. We made there's no idea I called last week that we didn't make money. All right, both on sniping and on uh, uh, price action was good. Now gold, I said it was going to hit 5,000. It already hit 5,000. Now, what am I looking at doing on gold? Nothing at the moment. Nothing. Okay. Before I'm going to do anything on gold, I'm not buying. I am selling. I should be selling because I don't know why I'm buying to. So these are part of the things you're going to understand. I think of position before strategy. So what's the position of the market? Premium. And there is no navigation to where I am going for a buy, but there's a navigation to where I'll be going for a sell. So these are the things that I'll be looking at. Why is my, hold on. So gold. So I'm now that I understand the position is premium, I will be looking out for a sell. Now I can only look for a buy when it has buy position or buy potential. Right now there is no buy. So what is potential for me? Potential is not what I hope for. Potential is what I see. Right about that, the market start buying. The only potential is here, okay, and that's stupid for me to start looking in one at this. No. But if I decide to sell, there is a potential for a sell. So likewise, I'm going to be positioned for a sell. Presently, right now, this is a shift. This is the swing low that created this high. This was a previous high. Okay, there's break or structure right now. So if I have to sell, I'll wait for the market to take away this sell. All right, then I'll start looking this structure. Then I'll start looking for a sell. If that doesn't happen, I'm not taking anything. Okay, so that's my strategy for direction. So since I am looking at selling, what's my strategy of selling? It has to take away the swing low structure. So I'm looking at structure. Market has to take away this low before I'm going to sell the market. So I'm going to be patient for market to take away this low. Then I can now target this previous liquidity or these previous structures, okay, that the market has created. There, I believe I'm going to get one to one. Does that make sense? So right about now, market is just positioning, okay? So hence, I can also come to gold here. So I'm analyzing gold first. Okay, so gold, this is my position on gold. So gold Asian high is this. All right, then I have my swing low. So this is my swing low. Okay, which is also change of character. The moment the market changes character, it's going to start dropping. At least it will drop to this previous high, okay, which is probably going to now be an attempt for market continuation, okay, or it's going to break the structure and continue downwards. There's a lot of premium levels mark gold has to break for it to sell crazy. So This is what I am going to wait out for on gold. If it takes away this right now, two things has happened. Number one, in London breakout, it has sniped the first 15-minute candle of the day. Well, it's beautiful. It has sniped. The second thing is that it has changed character, market structure shift on a 15 minutes, and it has broken structure. So the compilation of these uh, uh, um, is it confirmations, okay, will give me more power in a sell direction. So that is how I'm going to sell this market, okay, and my risk is just going to be above the previous, all right, swing high. Okay, so this is going to be my risk, and my reward is always going to be laid on. So my risk is tied to my reward. Okay, my so this is the previous day. Now when we are breaking, when we are selling or buying, the target is always the previous day low for a target. So it means if I'm selling gold, my target for today's trading on the London breakout sniper is I'm looking at the previous day low. Now, but my trade management or my money management is that if I get on a trade for a sell, my first risk is one to one. I don't care how far the overall target is. My exit plan for one to one, okay, is 60 to 70%. It means if I'm risking $100 for a trade today on gold, I'm going to risk $70 on my first exit plan, which is TP1. So if I take this trade, let's say this trade close anywhere around. So the first 15, if the candle closes below this area, that's my entry. As long as between this hour and 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. today, if the market closes below this area, I'm going to get in on this trade. Okay. If it closes below this area, it means a 15-minute candle closes, 15 minutes on 1 hour. All right. 15 minutes because of the London strategy. Okay. If it breaks below, blah, I mean, okay. And if I get in, this is going to be my risk above this high. And guess what? I'm going to take this market as low as this, but I'm going to exit at what? One to one. Okay. One to one means if this is presently 68 pips, it means my exit is going to be 68 pips. One to one. All right. Then I will leave the other entry, two entries. Okay. I'll leave the other entries to, all right, this previous day low. Okay. It can even go as far as this, but I'll leave it as this. Does this make sense? So this is what you can take a screenshot, all right, of this. This is going to be my position on gold today if it breaks below this area, and I'm going to send this on the chat. Mm, 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 mm. All right, guys, hold on. Let me dismiss those on Instagram so that I can use my phone. All right, so for those of you on Instagram right now, I'm going to dismiss you guys. You guys can actually be part of this opportunity live on YouTube right now, and you can also join the community. The link is on my bio so you can participate in the live class, but I have to go. I want to use my phone. I know some of you are stressed right now. I promise you're looking stressed because what I'm doing right now, you don't know how to comprehend, and you are giving yourself negative vibes. I don't know how to do this. This is not my style. You're just saying impossibilities. But guess what? We do all of them. There are trades I'm going to look at right now is live market execution trade. So be patient. All right. Just be patient. Say I'm patient. You will grow into understanding when you tell yourself, I want to understand. Okay, so what I normally do is I set alarm in these places I want to experience. So this is gold. It's all to that. Are, are we going to wait for retest before we enter the cell? So this is not market structure. This is snipe. Okay, so you don't have to wait for a retest. So if I'm analyzing the market structure, okay, and I'm using probably 15 minutes, let me see how it is. Yeah, so let me clean gold right now. So if I'm seeing this right now, I'm seeing two positions, okay? The bullish side and the bearish side. So yes, if it breaks, retest, you could use. So now that's where strategy comes in. Okay, so this is not a change of character approach right now. This is a break and a retest approach. You could use that. Okay, still still works. So you could use a break and a retest for this because this is a mild consolidation. Okay, and you can use that as a way to get in. Okay, so and I'm also going to analyze where I'm going to buy gold because as much as we are looking at the sell, gold is all-time bullish pair. So the market broke off this zone, strong break. It didn't really retest the zone, broke off this zone, strong break. It didn't really retest the zone. Okay. So there are liquidity levels down here that the market hasn't. So two ways I get to analyze gold is either I'm using psychological levels. So if I'm seeing this move right now, this is a range. This is a range in the market. If it tends to return here right now, I'm going to now look for psychological levels. And there are two levels I'm very, very interested in the market, which is 50% and 61.8. These are very strong returning points in the market. Okay. So I just put all right, I could put a line. Now, what I do in 50% or 61.8, sometimes I find the levels that are close. All right. So these are levels that are close. Okay. And for 61.8 is somewhere around here. So these are levels I would want to buy the market on this deep level, this deep run. Where is 61.8? Yeah. So this area, very, very critical area. So the next thing I want to do, this is far away. It may not happen anytime soon. So I want to shrink it to maybe all right, another liquidity run. So from here right now, we also have this market decides to come back. This is 50% and this is 61.8. I just want to find the price action area. This is a previous ceiling. Market in an uptrend, we tend to always buy the previous ceiling. Okay, so previous ceiling. So you see here, there's a strong ceiling. This is not a 50%. So I may want to ignore this, but this area I'll buy. All right. So these are areas that I'm going to buy gold when it begins to fall down. If it comes here, I'm going to buy. If it comes here, I'm going to buy. If it comes here. So my buy positions on gold is already set for the week. Okay. So here are buy levels, very strong buy levels. Okay. Here are buy levels, here are buy levels. Does that make sense? So I already know where I'm going to buy gold, but first I have to sell to buy. Does this make sense? So you can take a screenshot of this. This gives me a weekly position for a buy. As much as I want to sell, the overall trend on gold is bullish. So I have directional sell, okay, but overall run is for a buy. Does that make sense? So you can actually, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, but I'm just positioning myself for that trade. So that is my take on gold. So let me see another trade. So I'll move to indices right now, starting from German 30. So let's see what German 30 is doing. German 30, you're consolidating. So German 30 broke, okay, it's consolidating. All right, if I'm looking at this nonsense right now, I think I would want to sell the market. Let me be very honest with you. Whoa. This is hybrid nonsense. This market, how are you looking right now? This is all a bunch of craziness. Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Let me look at it. So if I'm looking at this structure right now, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay. In Snipe, If I snipe this market above, I'd have to snipe above this area. Clearly have to snipe above. And guess what? If the market breaks above, this is the next day high, which means it does not really give me potential for a buy. Because why? My potential for a buy is the previous day high, and this is the previous day high. So crazy. It's an annoyance. Okay. Now, if I need to sell, the potential for a sell is the previous day low, which is here. Which side would you rather sell? Which, which side would you rather trade, buy or sell? So apparently right now the market decides to snipe. Okay, the position for sell is laid on the bottom, but there are two challenges. Okay, based off on the action of price, market is consolidating here right now. So this is a major challenge because market can retain this consolidation. Because why? Market consolidated here and broke above in the Asian session. Market can come here and continue, which means you are going to be trapped in the sell. Am I making sense? Today is Monday. You have to be constructive on Monday. Very, very constructive. Shit. So it's either you're going to take a chance on a sell, okay, which means if market breaks below this candle, all right, you're going to take a chance on a sell, okay, and just sell maybe to Asian low, okay, but it goes all the way down here. Now, it can happen, it may not happen, but when I'm trading, it's not about what's going to happen, it's about the structure of price. I'm also looking at the structure of price. So it's really far away. And if market is not going up, it's going to go down. So you have to just position yourself. If the market breaks below this area right now, it means market has sniped for the sell. Uh, I'm just curious about this place. When the market broke, it can retest this area. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. So either I'm going to find a way to see if I can exit this market at this level. One is not up to one. So that's dangerous. Okay, very, very dangerous. So what do we do? I feel the market can fail. Okay, it's just this obstruction that I'm curious about. But guess what? It's not really about winning, it's about execution. So if the market closed, if this market was close to this area, it would have been very, very easy for me. I would ignore it. I would just wait for it to close. But right now it's far away. It means it's almost getting to half the exit plan. So I can take my chance here. I'm going to take my chance on German tech. I will look at other indices, but it gives an opportunity to take your chance for the sell if it breaks below this candle. Okay, so I'm going to drop an alarm there, and I'm going to just wait for the opportunity. If it breaks below and close, it's good. All right, I'll sell. I'll put my risk above. Okay, this high, and I'll target 1-to-1. And but this is the overall target for German 30. It has a 1-to-3 opportunity in risk to reward. So mm, so your exit should be exited 1-to-1 should be around here. Yeah, this is going to be 1-to-1. Yeah, this low is 1-to-1. Okay, and you can take the rest full swing. So this is going to be my German 30 trade. You guys can take a screenshot of it. All right, it's probably going to happen before we leave or not. Let me see S&P 500. Crazy. S&P 500. I think it's the same thing. Let me clean all this. S&P 500 has sniped. This is the previous day high. Not too healthy. The high is too close. It's the same thing. Okay, so S&P 500 has a different structure. So this is, I love S&P 500. It has sniped. Okay, this is the daily target, which is too close, because if I'm taking a trade here right now, I have to consider what's going to be my risk. If I decide to take a trade here right now, this is supposed to, well, okay, this is kind of like a swing low in the Asian. All right, and this is, okay, this is tempting though. Where the trade is already bought. It's tempting. It's tempting because this is a swing low, and though it's not up to 1-to-1, it's tempting for the buy. It is. tempting. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. S&P 500. Okay. So this candle actually sniped and it's in a noise too, but this is target range, previous day high. So the high before the Asian session is clearly this market could go. It could go for a buy. This could be a market execution for a buy. All right. S&P 500 market execution for a buy. But I have a feeling that it has more potential for a sell. So that is one of the things I try to do before I take any trade. Where is there more potential? So if I'm selling, this is the potential for a sell. Market does two things every morning, every day. It's either it chases the previous day low liquidity or the previous day high liquidity. That's what it does every day. So if this market decides to break above, which it has done, it's going to chase this liquidity. So my entry from the London breakout is just to chase here. Now, or the market is going to break below and chase here. So which side would you rather go? That is really, that's where trading positions come from. Okay. You go the side there is more money. Always invest in the side there is more money. Okay. Your chances are better when you invest in the side there is more money. So two things you can do right now is either you're doing a market execution to chase this, which has a one-to-one, all right, or you're going to chase this. That's why I always say something. I don't just tell you what to do. I tell you how you do what you can do. Okay, so if the market breaks below, I'm just going to wait for what? The market to close below. This is a change of character. So I'm going to apply a change of character to this trade. Okay, and I'm going to sell. If it changes this character, I'm going to sell. So my sell is going to be below this area, and I like it. Okay, and I could chase the previous day low, which is going to, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy, 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 crazy. So KENVRY, let's wait on this. So I'm going to put an alarm here for the sell. Okay, I'm going to put an alarm for the sell. The reason I'm tempted to buy this trade right now is the fact that if I buy, okay, I'll lose one. If I sell, I'll lose one. But if I gain the sell, I'll gain 5. Okay. So even if I lose one and I come to sell, I will gain my loss here. So I'm going to take the buy now for this high one-to-one. All right. I'm going to buy S&P 500 now. SP 500 buy. It's a market execution. I told you guys where you put the stop loss already. So I don't give prices on indices. It's different in different brokers. Any price I give you right now, all right, many of you are zombie traders. You just go copy the price they give you in your broker without understanding that brokerage have prices. Okay, so for S&P 500, their prices are always in variation across. For currencies, gold, they may be the same, but for indices, they are different prices. Futures are different prices. So what I do, I give you the area. It's a market execution. It means you click a buy right now. Okay, now where is the risk? The risk is below. So when you choose 15 minutes on your broker, okay, on an MT5, you're going to see this low. Put price few pips below this low. Just moderate it. Okay, so for my own broker, one of my broker, all right, my low is 6905. Okay, which is somewhere close to the 6905. It's good. It's close to this one, but I'll show you another broker. I'll tell you another broker, and that is about 180 pips. Okay, 180 points. So my distance is also going to be what? 180 points. Exit is going to be 180 points. That's one-to-one. Now I'm going to tell you guys another broker so that you guys understand the difference in price. So for this other broker, let me see, is 6899. No, 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 6897. Okay, and that's 180, one around the 180 points. So you can see that it's different. Okay, and one to one is, yeah. These ones are even close. For some, it's like 100 points. That's 10 pips difference. So I hope you guys got that. So this question of, hey, give us the price. Don't be that person here. I'm telling you why. I'm giving you reason. Okay. So if you do not yet know how to take trades, don't force yourself. You will learn. If you don't know how to, it means you're not that good in copy and paste. Why should you be participating in something you've not fully understand? You are a gambler. Stop that spirit. I bind the spirit of gambling. Okay, so that's S&P 500. We have that opportunity. And when it sells, I may not be here to call the trade for you, but when the market breaks and closes below, take my sell out. I'm going to get in on the sell. Okay, closes below, I'm going to get in on the sell, and this is going to be my risk. Now, this may not be my risk. Where it is coming from may be my risk. So any high, it decides to come down. Now, if it hits this, okay, you may not need to sell because you've hit a daily target. But if you have to reduce your risk, the whole goal is to smash something in the day. Okay? Smash something in the day. Does that make sense? Uh so yeah. Any question on this? So we've got two trades. We now have a market execution. So I told you guys, if you stay here, you're gonna get a trade. You've done so. I'm going to move to so we have this already. Let me send it on the group chat. SP 500 buy active. Okay. You can exit here, oh, but the one-to-one is somewhere around here. Okay. But you can exit here. The market gets here, you guys can exit. All right. Because that's the previous day. How you can exit is okay to exit from there. Okay. Let me see GU currency. So I've done metals, I've done gold. Oh, GU is looking good. GU is looking good. All right. This is just, I love when market ranges because it gives me pure opportunity for breakout structure and I am fuller. Okay. So, but before GU, what else? GU is good. GU is good. Wow. This guy is excellent. So GBP, JPY. Wow. GBP has completed a range move. I think this market is going to start buying. If it breaks this, if GBP break this change of character, man, it's going to dump. It's going to go bullish. If the GBP breaks this above, it's going to go bullish, and the target is a swing move. Wow, I like this guy. I like this guy. Okay, I like this guy. I like this guy. That's quite some good move. I could exit. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna exit here. Okay, so this is quite a move. If this market breaks above this area now, it's quite a move, something that can happen. All right, today that means a snipe above. I'm gonna drop an alarm in GJ. This is quite some good move. Yeah, this is a point of interest. bullish liquidity zone. Market is raided it. So if it breaks above, that's a market structure shift, and we can start looking for a bullish run. Okay. Now, but if it decides to sell, let me just be one-sided on this market. And if it decides to sell, it's going to sell here. So either way, let me see. Market has sniped for the sell. And this wasn't a bad snipe. It means if market closes and it comes back, if you feel like it's not about feeling, no. If the market decides to come back, and this is a good sell also because it has, yeah, it has a 1 to almost 1 to 2. That's a sell stop for this trade. A sell stop also gives an opportunity here. All right, a sell stop also gives an opportunity here. So there are two opportunities in GBP JPY right now. It's either you're doing a sell stop, okay, this is the parameter, sell stop at 210.05, okay, and SL is 211.09, and exit one is 1 to 1. You have to get out at 1 to 1. So this is exit one. Okay, so let me type that out. Let's stop on GBP JPY. Entry 210, right? 0.05. SL 211.10. Let's use 10. Exit slash, people know it as TP. 1 209.00 TP2 20 208.08. Okay. So buy opportunity, a price breaks above 210.88, 210.88, and closes on the 15-minute candle. Enter the close of candle. Good. But the challenge now is if the market decides to sell first, you're supposed to take the swing low in case it buys up. So if the market decides to buy now, this is the risk. But in case it creates another low, that low will be the risk. All right. So I don't know how to give this command. So I'm going to give the command assuming that this is the risk. Okay. So risk level 209 point. The risk level is 209.50. Exit level. So I'm just going to give the overall exit level 214.33. Always use 1:1 RR for exit one. Good. All right. So that's my GJ. Any questions so far? GU is going to be pure price action. All right. Market has to close below this area. Market will close below this area before I'm going to sell. Okay. Market will close below this area before I'm going to sell GU. Likewise, I'm just going to approach it by price action. There's a lot of liquidity on the downside. If it decides to sell, okay, I believe there is more range on the downside. Okay, compared to, I don't even see a close up, man. Except I'd have to move. Let me see G. This was our buy stop yesterday. Last week it was amazing. Is GU in an all-time high? Oh, okay. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. I think the market is coming here. So if it decides to buy, that is where it's going to buy to. But I don't think the buy is really that healthy. So I am just going to wait on GU. Okay, it's either going to hit this level, then I'll start looking out for a sell. Okay, then I'll start looking out for a sell. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look out for a sell on GU. I don't know. So yeah, let me clean all of this. Any question? So you can, that's my projection on GU. Any questions so far? What's that? What's that? What's that? That's German 30. Wow. German 30. What did you do? Close below. That's quite good. German 30 close below. I'm on a 15 minutes. So German 30 is active now. All right, it's already active. For those of you who want to take German 30. I already took S&P 500 on my indices account. So, but German 30 is active. Let me see. Mm. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. How many pips is that on German 30? That is, that's a long, that's too much. I would have added it to the risk, but no. Okay. So, uh, if you want to take German 30, all right, you could now do a sell stop at this level because I actually wanted this weeks to be taken out, but it closed. It means it has sniped. So this is it has sniped. All right, it's a good trade. It's a market execution. All right, you could either do a sell stop to stay safe, but there's nothing like safe. It's snipe, it's snipe. So it's either it goes down or it doesn't. Okay, I'm not buying. I'm only looking at the sell. So that is activated right now. Which time frame do you use in measuring breakout? 15 minutes. 15 minutes is the time frame. This trade looks good though. Ah. Hmm. Ah. I'm not looking for account. What is a good trade? Okay, what does a snipe means? Is there a specific candle for a snipe? Don't worry. A snipe is a candle that actually breaks above the first 15-minute candle of the day, of the Asian session, of the New York session. That's what I call a snipe. Okay. And every trade I take, the candle must snipe the first 15-minute candle of the day before I get into the London. That's the London breakout. Yeah. So this trade is going right now, but I am not in it. That's discipline. Discipline is not just about winning trade, it's about choosing to win your instruction. Okay, so that's about my time with you guys. All right, I'm taking that time to ask questions right now. Some of you just want to ask questions. I said I was going to say something at the end of the session, and you guys waited. Congratulations, you would hear. But those who rush out, they won't. Okay, what does... Okay, I've answered that question. Any question? You guys take our time to ask questions. Feed yourself. All right, you learn by asking. Oh, more words. Beautiful. Beautiful. You learn by asking. So let me take... In your words, and I quote, sir, more knowledge could lead to more confusion if not processed rightly. I have watched several of your videos on YouTube, sir, but when I join the live session, I find it not corresponding with what I have watched. Very beautiful. What do you think I should do, sir? Or rather, how should I go about it? Is there any video on YouTube on a session I should watch for or better understanding? Okay, the first question is, have you watched the 2026 blueprint? Very important. If that is yes, restart, reset. Okay, so there is knowledge and there is processing knowledge. What I just did, so I train generically. It means for every of my training, there is an information that I'm passing. But there's a difference between knowing an information and using an information. Strategy is about using an information. So every strategy has a concept of knowledge. Let that concept of knowledge be tailored towards usage. So I'm doing London Breakout Sniper right now. What's the concept around London Breakout Sniper? That is what you should know. Drop every other thing. Just focus on the concept around London Breaker Sniper. Now, if I'm doing price action, okay, there is a concept around price action. Drop every other thing. I cannot be talking price action and you're talking about SMC and you're talking about, there are many things that you would learn in the course of trading. Okay, there's a difference between knowledge and processing. So the whole idea of knowledge is to be able to process it. It's just not to know it. You knowing knowledge without processing it is garbage. So a lot of people have garbage. It's just like storing fats. Your body is not processing the food. You're going to store fat. And guess what? It's going to harm you. That's the same thing about knowledge. Okay? It's not that you shouldn't eat, but your body should be able to process your food. It's the same thing with your brain. Okay, you should learn to process every information. That is where accountability is, setting a trading strategy, a trading system, so that if I learn market structure, now I know market structure. Have I taken 100 trades of market structure for me to be able to understand how market structure works? If you haven't, you learn market structure, you are trading it without documenting it, you're not learning. You learn price action, you're trading it without documenting it, you're not learning. The whole idea of knowledge is to document the information to learn. Does that make sense? So it's not just knowing a strategy. Every knowledge is for a strategy. Focus on the strategy, streamline the knowledge. So if I'm talking about break of structure, in every of my trading right now, I'm always applying price action, break of structure, change of character. You're hearing those things. So if you watch my videos, you want to learn more about change of character, you want to learn more about a break of structure, price action. Those are going to be very helpful here because we are strategically processing that information. Does that make sense? So the first thing I'll tell every student here right now is go kindergarten. The best form of learners are those who are open and new. So because for everything I will teach you a strategy, I will teach you the information to use it. Or I will show you, I'll guide you. I may not do it boot camp wise or baby wise, but because there's a place for learning and there's a place, okay, for processing learning. We are more on the phase of processing learning right now. I said it from the beginning. So your expectations should be, but that's why I come on the session, right? I give you market idea. Your goal is not to learn, is to leverage. And while you are leveraging, you're going to begin to understand how learning sets in. Just follow instruction. I've given you the trade right now. Process the trade. If you trade over the next 1 month, 2 months, and you find yourself doing my trades, guess what? The knowledge will come with it by default. You're going to understand structure. pretty well because I'm doing it with you practically, marketing side. Don't force yourself to learn it. Just duplicate it because what I am doing is a part of trading. Many traders don't do processing trading. That's what marketing side does. It helps you process. All you need to do is just follow the insights, execute, learn how I'm telling you to execute. Just begin to execute. You're going to, that's process. I'm teaching you to process information. Okay, what strategy or concept would you advise a beginner to learn? Learn me. All right. So there is a training. We're going to do a training where I'm going to show you guys. I already did it. I thought you guys go to, I don't know if it's open, if it's, just go type on my YouTube for approach to trading. If I've not done it, I'll do it. Okay. In the course of this February, I'm going to do it. For approach to trading, everything I'm going to teach you as a trader is going to be tailored towards either trend, technical, market structure, price action, and market structure. Okay, so those are 4 approach to trading. I'm going to teach it. If you don't, you can actually go on my YouTube, just the 4 approach to trading. Approach to trading by KENVRY. You find it. Okay. Yes, sir. Knowledge first. Okay. On gold insight from today, is there a possibility it breaks below that area? Retest and take a sell. How do you know? The question is why? What's really the importance of asking that question, Fuya? Is there a possibility? Is there not a possibility that is going to break? Now, the question is, if it breaks, how do you want to approach it? It depends on what you have chosen as your approach. If you've done it over a period of time, you don't need validation. Many of you are looking for validations for correctness. No, I'm not looking to be correct in the market. I just have a principle of how I want to trade. I just trade it every single day. I don't want to be correct. I don't want the market to be correct towards me. I just want to be correct on my principle. So I have an approach. I have various approach, and every various approach has an application. Just wait. If you see it, trade it. Don't want to win it before you trade it. Because that's why you would ask that question. Is there a possibility? So that you will be aligned with the possibility. Don't trade to win. You will never grow. I'm not trading to win. If I take my trades, I will win. So find your trades. Find your trades. Find how you trade. Find a strategy that wins 70, 75%. Know how to trade that strategy and apply yourself over the next 3 to 4 months. You will find your trades. If you do it over and over again, that's how you find. So every time you find your trade, you find your structure. You're winning. So if you learn a strategy that wins 75%, know how it works, how you enter. Okay, just find those trades. You will find you're winning. Does that make sense? That's really what strategy is. Dear KENVRY, my problem. So you have a problem. So you can say, I have a challenge of rushing into the market. It's not your problem. If you say you have a problem, it is truly yours. You just created the foundation. You prophesied into your life. Okay. I used to rush into trade. Now I am too scared due to how much I lost. My mindset is calm, just that I'm always cautious. Good. That's a valid thing that happens to every trader. If you burnt your fingers, all right, your fingers need to heal. Okay. Your fingers need to heal. And now fingers is related to your mind. Okay, because your mind instructs your fingers to take the trade. Now, the first thing you want to ask yourself, why did you burn your fingers? What's the cost effect? Okay, it's because you're trading without a foundation. You're trading to win without a foundation. And guess what? Without a foundation, every building is useless. It breaks. So you are broken. So first thing is you build a foundation. Confidence will come when you have a foundation. Lay your trading on a foundation. That's really what I'm teaching you guys. See, position, strategy, risk management. That should be your foundation. You look at the market. Where do you want to trade? Find a strategy to enter what the direction and have a risk management. That is all I care about. Not winning. Not winning. Take the next 3 to 6 months to build a trading foundation. You would win. Okay. You find out that this whole confidence. I don't fidget on trading. Even if I lose an account, I fund. Because why? Overall, I'm winning. Now there is well, let me leave that for a deep class, a deep session. Leverage them No, you don't have to leverage demo. If you are scared, don't trade demo. If you're someone who's scared, don't trade demo. Okay, but if you're practical, trade demo. KENVRY, what do you mean? If your problem is when you put your capital, you have a challenge, you're fidgeting, fund your fear. Fund $200 and tell yourself you want to lose this $200 for practice. You will eliminate that fear by doing the right thing. Just tell yourself to do the right thing. The goal is to lose it if you do the right thing. Do a challenge. I want to lose this account doing the right thing. It changed. So what's the right thing? That's trading structure. Follow trading structure, you would heal that fear. The reason many of you are losing is because you have a lack mindset. So everything in your hand, you are afraid to lose because you have lack mindset. So you are not looking at practicing, you are afraid of losing. And guess what? Boom, you must lose. Because why? Your mind is an energy. Your actions direct you to your energy, your mind energy. So if your mind energy is lack, trust me, everything you do here, you're going to lose, end up lacking. So it's a practical game of life. It's not just trading skill. So what I did first when I came into trading, I funded my loss account and it was $1,000. It was my whole monthly income. I put it, and guess what? I never lost it. That's how I beat the fear. Some people think I'm very formidable in trading right now. I lose, I fund, I win, I win. I've lost like I'm losing, and I'm praying that by the year 2027, 2027, okay, I'm going to lose $1 million by the grace of God. I'm going to get to $1 million loss because I'm losing my way. I've lost hundreds now. Okay, I'll get to the million by the year 2027. Okay, because why? Is the game trading is a game of loss. Loss comes before win. I know many of you are curious, but some of you understand already. So good. If you don't have enough money to trade, do you advise us to use a prop firm? And which one do you suggest? If no, please tell us. So I need you to understand the question has phase. There are phases to this question you just asked. So there's no direct answer. It all comes back to the process. It's not about what you have, it's what you should have that really matters. So you don't have enough, try to get enough. So what is enough? Now, in the blueprint, 2026 blueprint, I told you the goal, I gave you a goal to get to $100,000 within the course of less than 2 years. That's the goal. What do you need? I told you the time frame, okay, for learning what you would need to get to 100K. Now, I told you the financial impact it requires. Even if you start with 10K, you need to have 10K money to purchase 5, because why? You can lose one in the practice. But over a period of 6 months, you want to perfect how to pass 10% a month and to do 10% a month. That's a practice in process. So you will need money to buy 10K. If you only have one, you're limited mentally, because why? One won't cut it because you may lose it because of your fear, because of your doubt. Your energy may make you lose it, not the skill. But that is part of what you're growing in. You're growing, that's why you're losing, you're coming back. That's an energy. It means now you're growing above lost energy to perfection, and you want to perfect the process. It will switch. But if you do not have money to fund the process, you are limited. It's not the process that stopped, you are limited. So you have to have money to fund the process. So the question is, how much do I have? You break that whole process into how much you have. So let's say you want to get I did a 10K, but someone can start with a 1K. All right, a 1K. How much is a 1K right now? I think 1K is $100, right? On 10 trade, 1K is $100. So $500. See, trading is practical. I'm not going to lie to you. You need money to trade. Now, if you don't have money, it will be a slow process. Now, what's 10% or $50, $5 in a month? I kid you not. Now, you could start from evaluation. So let's say I want to start from evaluation. Okay, a 3K account evaluation is how much? I think it's about 40 something dollars. So with $300, you can. So if let's say, okay, I'm on a monthly income, I earn about $50 in a month. Okay, it means every month I could just hold myself and save up money to fund an evaluation process. You can do that. You don't need to have all the money, but if you have a means to get the money, that's what you should do. Don't stop at one when you lose it, because guess what? Prepare to lose it. It's part of the process. Okay. But if you guys are always telling yourself you want to win, you are not in a learning process, because your strongest energy is the energy of withstanding losses. That's why when people start losing, they lose crazily, they lose balance, because why? They don't have, they didn't prepare their mind to lose. Am I correct? Okay. Am I correct? All right. Favor Akbado said S&P 500 seems to be selling. Let's wait for our sell then. All right. Let's wait for our sell then. Wow. Okay. This is almost at yeah, I think same as German 30, right? I think they are distributing. I think the indices wants to sell today. So if it breaks, I'm gonna get in for a sell. That's what's up. Okay, so it's rejecting the buy. Boom. The next thing is gonna say, I guess what? It may even reject the sell and go continue the buy. It's possible. So what you do is you take your loss. Not every day you win. The trade may go your direction, but may hit you off your risk. That is why you have risk, strategy, direction. Don't disobey your trading by eliminating your risk just because you want to affirm direction. I'm buying right now, but I already set a process for a sell. And guess what? If the market gets in, I'm going to sell. Okay. And if it takes me out, I'm out. For today, I won't trade it, even if it continues selling, because why? I have exhausted my risk. All right. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm waiting for. Many people lose because they are trying to overpower the market's power, and you don't have enough power. Pick your discipline. Forget what the market is doing. Trade your discipline. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see you guys on HFX setup, all right, in the evening, 9 p.m. So everybody ready. So this is what I wanted to tell you for those of you that waited enough. Okay. I wish I said this earlier, but this is powerful. This is a power pack. Many of you, your growth goal is in your ability to set a goal to add value to someone today. You see, when I gave you guys a target last week, I saw many of you, you moved, you acted, but you're not acting again. Because why? It is not in your nature. Someone told you. But if it's in your nature, I don't have to tell you. You would know, you will buy into the vision of growth. Some of you don't have something you're growing. Someone gave you an opportunity to grow and add value to people. Make it your business. Because why? Every growth, I wanted to go deeper because of time. Every growth is a scheme. It's laid in a scheme. Okay? So some of you may say, is there anyone here right now you paid for the service? How much did you pay? Type it on chat. All right, how much you paid? Type it on chat. Every one of you is on the call. I want to show you guys something practical, very practical. All right. There are certain lies and assumptions we fed ourselves over the years that is not true. Okay. Everything is monetized. You are not paying me right now, but the truth is I'm getting paid by you being here. Because every scheme is monetized. Okay. All right. How many of you are following content creators? Presently now in the internet, content creators are the highest income earners. Do you pay content creators? but they are the highest income earners. Every system is a scheme that favors providers. You may not understand, but be wise. You don't pay content creators, but they are the highest providers and they earn because the system is designed to favor providers. It's a principle, and the world is built around businesses are built around principle. So you may think I'm doing you a favor. No, I'm building a business. I'm not a content creator, I'm a value creator. Okay. So I'm creating value. And the laws of the universe is the more value you add in the life of people, the more value come to you. And value has a measurable impact, measurable money impact. It is monetized. Okay. So I don't have to monetize it. Every group you belong to. So sometimes you see forest-free group. That's why I said every major income earner in Forex today has a service providing. It's either it's free on the software, but it's monetized on essence. On principles, it is if principles is activated, it is monetized. As long as you're giving value to someone, it is monetized. There is a spiritual benefit, okay, and there is a physical. So one of the things we've learned is we've learned the physical manifestation and spiritual manifestation. We don't have to. You don't have to pay me. Even if I don't set up system to be paid, I'm going to be paid. I have learned that spiritual manifest, but I've also learned physical manifestation. So you're paying me as you're here. As I'm adding value to you, you're paying me. All right. And you're going to know that. In time, you're going to know that. So, KENVRY, what are you trying to say? How many people are you going to add value to this week? You're going to find out. In another 3 months from now, it's going to be your word against your action. Because if you learn to add value to one person and you're intentional about it, one person is going to be 5, 5 is going to be 10, 10 is it's going to be monetized. You don't know, but I tell you the truth. Some of you just be shocked. You did this simple action. You never even knew this is what was going to happen, but you're already earning. Do you know that the money you're trying to earn in Forex, you can actually earn it building growth? Just helping people come into this group, you can earn more than you can ever earn in Forex if you intentionally just do what I'm telling you right now. So what you're doing is that you're partnering with, that's called leverage. You're leveraging my system to help other people get bigger in Forex, get learned, get to make the right decisions. There is a spiritual impact, but most importantly, there's also physical impact, which I in turn wants to be able to share with you guys. Because this is the goal of this big game community is to build the largest trading valued community in this space. It's small now, but that's the vision. Now, for every vision, there's a provision and there's a structure. Those who participate in the structure will be the product of the vision. The question is, do you want to be the product of the vision or you want to gain from the product? That's just a simple question. And what does it take? Supply. It's all about supply and demand. We are creating a service for those who demand, but there are people who supply it. There is a chain of supply for suppliers. Now, there's this scripture, is a principle. He giveth seeds to the sower and bread to the eater. Guess what he gives to them? Same thing. Those who receive the seed will see it as bread. Those who receive the seed, the farmers who receive the seed will plant it, but eaters will see it as bread. Don't be the bread. Don't be those who eat. Be those who plant. Plant this vision in the lives of other people. It's going to come a time where we're going to be thousands of people trading, just like we entered this session. It's going to be thousands. And guess what? Some people are going to be making crazy money because of you. And you're just going to be shocked as they are making money, you're making money. Because why? In the vision, there is structure that is being put in place to enable and empower and pay those who build by impacting. And building now is going to be by impact. It's not going to be, it's not going to be by service. It's going to be by impact. That's S&P 500. Let me see. What's the time? Okay, 45. Did S&P 500 close? Did you close? S&P 500 closed. So that's an entry. So that will be my second trade, second risk. If it pays me, good. If it doesn't, I'm done for S&P 500. And it's a good one. I like it. Exit 2 is going to be, man, exit 2 is beautiful. I'm going to take exit 2 as well, 6,800. That mine is around 6,781. Okay. So that's S&P 500 activated. Okay. Boom. We're in it. All right. This, how do you manage risk, brother? How do you manage risk, rather calculate risk if we hit SL from both buys or sell for the London breakout? Okay, good. That's a beautiful question. So this is in your trading system. When I taught you guys in GFU, I gave you guys a trading pattern, a trading system. And this is, my goal is to reach 2% in a day. But the concept of my trading is either the market buys or sell. So I will not put 2% when the market buys. So 2% is the measure of my ultimate risk in a day. But what is the measure of your entry per trade? So if you're buying, you don't use 2%. So for my buy, I enter in two places. I risk 1% for the buy. And if there's an opportunity for the sell, I risk 1%. So I have room for both risk. It means I'm positioned for the concept of the day, not the entry of the day. Because when I use all of my risk for the entry of the day, I'm a gambler. It means I'm telling the market this is what the market should do. But if I open up my mind to trade, if what the market is doing, it means I'm telling the market you have a possibility. I just want to follow the possibility. This is what I'm using to follow the possibility. You should be trade with liberality. Reduce your expectation. Okay. This market we are selling right now may not sell. It may go back and do the buy. Are you going to feel bad? No, you did your part. Always do your part. You're going to stay safe. What's your part? I'm risking 2%. I've done the 2%. You don't have any more risk. Just because you have a trading account doesn't mean you should risk. Don't always follow the market where it's going. Allow the market to follow you where you're going. Does that make sense? That's discipline. It's going to be hard, but keep doing it. Okay. So which broker are you using? Okay, I think I've done broker setup. Did I do broker setup with you guys? Okay, that's for binary. Okay, we'll do that tonight. I'll talk about that tonight. I have a challenge, beautiful. I think I don't trust myself enough to take trades. I spot myself. I see it. I thought there is a high chance it would go my way, but somehow I end up not taking it because of trust issues. Guess what? It always goes my way and always feel bad I don't take it. That's because you've not trained your foundation to take trades. Trading is not an instinct. Yes, I have instinctive trading, but my instinctive trading always fall in a foundation of trade. So I don't have to trust that the market will buy or sell. I don't need trust in trading. I just need confidence. And confidence is not a thing you hope for. It's a thing you build. If you do it over enough, it will instill confidence in you. You've not done a data point of trading. You're just trading. What you are trading right now, have you documented 50 to 100 trades of what your knowledge is? Have you documented it? Have you? Favor. That you will see that you won 50, you lost 50, or you won 70, you lost 70, you won 30, you won 70, you lost 30. Have you documented it? So you don't have confidence. You cannot be thinking of it in your head when you have not done it in a process. So part of your trading journey is to document your knowledge if it really works. Then if it doesn't work and you were taught it, you begin to confide in the person who taught you what's missing, and you begin to tune the strategy to fit into the working process. That is you building your trading strategy. Don't trade in your head. Document it. Look at that S&P 500 is dropping. That's beautiful. I actually felt more of the sell, but I trade what I see, not what I feel. Okay. If it fits the narrative, I may want to sell, but if the narrative fits for a buy, guess what I buy? Not because I don't trade my feeling. I don't trade my instinct. I trade my strategy. If my strategy says everything is aligned for the buy, I'll buy because it's part of my documentation. I don't document my wins. I document my trades. And in my trades, I see my win and I see my losses. That's one of the things you guys don't know about trading. Okay. You're only trading to win. You're a thief. You see, imagine I still didn't take the S&P 500. It's normal. You're scared. If you have a risk, come on, this thing is simple, practical. I have $100. I plan on using $2 to risk for my trade today. I'm trading S&P 500. I plan on using $2. I'm just using an analysis. And guess what? I find my position. So my most important thing is did I find my position? I found it. Why shouldn't I trade it? I only have to reach $2. If I reach $2, I'm done. I wait for tomorrow. I wait for next tomorrow. I just keep doing this every day. In the next 100 days of trading, I'm going to find my winning strategy. And if it's over 70, do I need to ask anybody if the trade is a buy or a sell to enter? It's simple. That validation, many people don't want to get the validation. They want to get the result. That's why I say you are a criminal. And I was once a criminal, repented, and now I'm a activist. I'm an activist. I'm an activist of trading criminality. If you know you take 20 trades and you win 14 out of 20, would you be scared of your next trade? We will win in trading, I promise you. But I'm going to go the lane of discipline so that you can win. All right. So that we win together. Amen. So I was saying something. I'm done with my session. So thank God. If I wasn't here right now, many of you will get it. The fact that I looked at this trade and I said, I mean, many of you took it, right? Because I said, I mean, true. If it was only you, many of you wouldn't have taken the trade because why? You don't have the confidence. But because you're obeying me, you took the trade. So it's a good thing that I'm still alive. Now, what I can tell you is, what I can tell you is, there is a vision that many of you need to align with. If this thing is benefiting you, make yourself part of the vision. You're not only going to gain from this, people are going to gain from you. It's going to be your system. Okay. I wish I can tell you guys many things, but I can't. There is phases for every level of information. The phase of information right now is that we are growing. But there's going to be a part I'm going to now tell you. There's going to be sessions you're going to be shocked. You're going to be angry. You're going to be upset. KENVRY, why didn't you tell us this? I'm preparing you for what I have not told you. The student, the mentee, the true mentee is the one that listens. See, Christ said, say, my sheep, they listen for my voice. They hear my voice. The goats don't, they don't. Don't be a goat of a mentorship system. Listen to the voice of vision, not provision. Many of you are here for provision, but listen to the voice of vision. Because in vision, there is provision. You don't have to even come and get provision. When you focus on vision, provision is yours. Some of you, listen to this, write this down. Today is 26th, right? January. By the end of this year, some of you will not trade, but you'll be earning thousands of dollars in this same environment you just came in like a nobody, like, I just saw something beautiful. You'll be earning thousands of dollars from vision in this same year. Some of you in the next 3 years, you will be in your tens of thousands monthly. In this same, you'll be like, I didn't know it was going to be like this in the next 3 years. Okay. But guess what? So many of you here right now are in your provision mode. But when that phase evolve, providers will step in and you will not have a chance. Are you guys with me? So there's something I'm always doing cheat code. And people, my counterpart, I'll call them friends. They say I always step ahead of myself because why? And I agree. Before I used to struggle and I don't want to be that narrative, but I finally agree that for this purpose, I will step ahead of myself. I'm speaking my future and I'm speaking awareness for those I want to be in the future. So I'm not talking to everyone. I'm only talking to a few that I want to be. Let them be aware. Okay? Be aware that there is a part in this. There's a curiosity I've always had when I come into environment. If I see anybody rendering anything from me, I'm curious for free. Why are you doing this thing for free? Who are you? Like, I'm always curious as to know why people do things for free. And because of that curiosity, I find out what people will not find out. That is my mindset since I started the industry of sales since 2007. My curiosity has always given me the best of relationship. It leads me to places people will never get to. Curiosity is a good thing. I'm always, what is the need for you? You can't just be giving things. This is not the true nature of a normal person. Why are you doing this? So when someone is over giving value, I'm always questioning the person. I want to know if I'm questioning from afar. Before I used to do it from afar, I would be skeptical. I don't even take the value. I'll say something is in it. No, this is not. But as I begin to grow, I studied God's word and I studied systems and value. I realized if someone is doing something, is doing for a purpose. I want to find out the purpose because I want to be part of the purpose. That is why I was exceptional in network marketing. That's how I got to six figures in US dollars because I was exceptional by purpose, not participation. Okay, the business that I built then that made me 6 figures in 7 months, I actually made over $120,000. In the same business, people were quitting, people left, but I saw something that people didn't see. I made a decision to be a provider for the vision. Guess what? When the benefit of providers came, I was there to take. I didn't have to know how to trade. And it's the same thing that is happening to my life today. When I came into trading, I made my decision to be a provider. So while my trading wasn't paying me, my providing foundation was paying me. Now I have enough foundation to invest. I'm increasing in capital to invest. I come into trading. The capital I'm using to trade is not the one you're using to trade. I'll make more money than you, and I will always have money to fail and still continue. But you may not. You burn out. All right? Because why? You don't have structure. Am I talking to someone? Okay. So, well, I'm not into network marketing now. Okay. But I understand the system of value. People are going to come in. I only have a voice. Now, imagine 100 people join themselves to me and they send this voice out. Guess what? KENVRY is going to grow to 10,000. But it's not KENVRY that grew to 10,000. The voice of KENVRY got to 10,000. But The foundation of that voice was 100. The benefit of the 10,000 will rest on the 100. So it's not KENVRY that will be earning the benefit of 1,000, 10,000. It's the 100 that joined and amplified the voice of KENVRY. It's the same way it's going to get to 100,000. KENVRY is going to be reaching out and getting value to $1,000, and there's going to be monetary impact coming to it, but the foundation is going to rest on the 100 that got it to 10,000, that got to 100,000. So you're just going to see as KENVRY grew in impact and in finance, 100 people were also affected. Is the law of essence. Those people will be trading, they will be multiplying, they will be growing because they were part of a vision, not provision only. So who you want to be, bread to the eater, seed to the sower. The ball is entirely in your court. There's never a beautiful time to be part of something great. So I'm not just bored, I just want to create it. We are transitioning. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching something big and powerful that is going to favor the masses. Not for the masses, but it's going to favor a very arguable set in the masses. We're going to be passing this value. We're creating something. I don't just do things, I do things with a purpose. Okay, I'm solving a problem that this industry have struggled with for years. The goal is for people to experience. So now we are in a phase of experience. You're part of it, but guess what? It's going to move from experience into activity. By that point, now I want to tell you guys something practical. Okay, I'm gonna go value in this session right now. Some of you are going to earn, right? Now, if you earn, so let's say you're paying $10, and in a month you're making $50, $100. Would you pay $10 effectively without problem? Hmm? Okay, let me not even put it like that. I'll be biased if I put it like that. For the value you've gained, if you have to pay $10 in a month, would you struggle to do that? Be honest, irrespective of where you are financially. So let's say you have not even started earning, but just to stay and get this value from KENVRY, month in, month out, would you be able to pay $10 for it? All right. So just take that and feed yourself with that mindset, that thought. Access is no more going to be a problem, but proof of value is what's going to give people the belief. Am I giving you value? You know that I'm giving you value right now, but there are a lot of people that don't know. We're giving them that opportunity to experience so that they know that they can get value, learn, earn, get. So it's not just learning, earning, get position for financial structures. Because I'm not just teaching you how to trade, I'm teaching you how to multiply, how to grow. The mindset of growth is shifting in personality. You can't pay for that, but you're getting it. God bless you for getting it. I'll see you guys then by evening. So what I need you guys to do, question, task. What's your take home in today's session? Type it in the group. Take a picture of this experience. You can take a picture now. All right. I need you guys to improve activity. I need it. Improve activity on Instagram, on TikTok. But that is one way you can sensationally tell someone this is where your energy is. And they'll see your energy has an attraction. If people always seeing you're posting this HFX, this session, you're always putting, it's going to attract. It may not attract immediately, but guess what? It's going to attract. But most importantly, it's feeding the algorithm of, and you guys now need to start using this hashtag. You see it on my Instagram. So share the post I make on my Instagram. Put it on your status, put it on your story, put it on your TikTok. That's what aligned vision is. You may think nobody is paying you right now, so what do I do? Right? If you're that person, just keep coming, get blessed. But if you feel this is valuable, amplify it. Okay, it's going to make me excited, but it's hitting something of a need. Someone will see the algorithm of these financial medias will begin to put it out that there are individuals paying energy attention to these things, and other people will begin to pay attention. All right. And they will come in. And guess what? When the introduction happened, because I put an introduction, I did that on purpose. Who invited you? Oh, blessed. Who invited you? Oh, Sonny. Oh, Ujua. Oh, you will begin to feel the beauty. Someone is going to say, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Tomorrow. And you're going to feel different than you're feeling right now alone in this group. All right. It's an exercise of community, our pride community more than the service of a community.